So here I have a 2008 Nissan Rogue with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, and it has a consistent oil leak from underneath the car. See that puddle right there? That's from running it for a few seconds. I diagnosed it where the leak was coming from, and it is pretty popular issue on these cars. It turns out to be the engine oil cooler. It's mounted in the back of the motor underneath the intake manifold. Now I spent some time underneath the car trying to find out what's the easiest way to get to it, and I found out that if you remove the passenger side front tire and of course jack the car up and suspend it on jack stands, you can easily access the engine oil cooler from there. Otherwise you'd have to take off the intake manifold, all types of things to get to it. So I'm going to be showing you guys a quick way how to access it and remove and replace the engine oil cooler. So I went ahead and placed my jack in a secure place and elevated the car a bit without lifting the tires. And then I'm gonna come over here and go ahead and crack the lug nuts. Just crack them loose. Don't take them all the way off until you have the car in the air. All right. And the reason we're doing this is if you jack the car up first and you go to loosen the lug nuts, obviously the tire will just free span. So you crack the lug nuts loose while the tire is still on the ground. All right. So here we are underneath the passenger side of the car, and you can see the oil cooler right there, straight ahead, and you see it covered with oil. So while I'm under here, I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil. You know, I don't want too much spilling down on me when I go to pull the engine oil cooler. So I'm gonna go ahead and 14 millimeter, remove this 14 millimeter plug screw. All right, so you can see the oil cooler clear as day from here. Looks like we have 4 12 millimeter bolts that we have to get to, a sensor right there, possibly 2. I believe it's 2 hose clamps right up top. There we go. There we go. That's one. That's 2. Same size. Ooh. Top bolt is much longer than the others, so keep that in mind when you're going back in. Okay. Wow, this is a flimsy gasket. Look at that. Yeah. All right. So, oil cooler is unbolted and hanging. And there, if you can see up here, we got 2 clips, 2 hose clips, which we're gonna use some pliers or some needle nose pliers to move back those clips and pull those hoses loose. And also this electrical connection. Now, I'm gonna try and reach up with my needle nose. I got these from Harbor Freight, if you guys looking for some. Pinch and work your way up. See, pretty easy. It's a tough angle, but we will get it. Okay. Just taking a quick look at the old oil cooler, you can clearly see where it cracked or busted at, which is right down here, right around the side, which is where most of the oil is running to. So this is a known issue on these cars, and if you're watching this video, you're probably experiencing this same issue. 45-minute job, and you're looking at, you know, some more oil, some more coolant, of course, making a little mess, and boom, you save yourself a few $1,000s. So, all right, but I just wanted to show you guys what the old one looks like versus the new one, where the damage is on the old one, and where it failed. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy put in now. I'm going to run the oil cooler back up, connect the hoses, the coolant hoses, and then pull the clamps down, of course, over the hoses once I get it positioned right, and then I will start mounting it to the engine block. I do apologize again if you guys can't see. I can't see what my GoPro is actually seeing from its perspective. I can only see from mine. But hopefully it's okay. Let's see. Just wiping down some of that drippage. Okay, so now as far as the hose orientation, if you guys recall, the one that was harder for me to get off was this guy right here, which happens to be this hose here, the one with the clamp pulls shortest to the shortest height. So this one is gonna go connect to the vertical tip, and this one's gonna go to this 90-degree elbow. Let's go, clamp. All right, got it. Okay, align the gasket and run the first bolt. Big guy, we'll run this guy in first. Just gonna try to thread them in. Cool. So I'm walking in as much as I can with my hands. Let's get them pretty snug in there. Okay. give it an extra little. Just make sure it's not going anywhere. Don't overdo it. It is aluminum. Don't want to crack it. All right. All right. Last but not least, sensor. All right, sensor is in place. So, there we are. New oil cooler is in place. Now once I get done topping off the oil, change the oil filter, and topping off the coolant, I'll go ahead and start the car up and come back under here and get a video and see if we see any runoff of oil. So update, the car is back together. The coolant is topped off and the oil is changed. As you guys see, the new oil cooler in place. There is no runoff of oil. You guys see a little smoking in there. That is from the degreaser that I used to clean up. That's just burning off the engine, so don't mind that. But again, yes, the oil cooler is replaced. There is no more leaking oil. No puddle forming underneath the car. And all I have left to do is to put the passenger side tire back on.